What's up everyone, Vu of Vu Films back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Saramonic Ultra wireless mic with their new camera adapter. This particular camera adapter is made to work with Sony Mirrorless Cameras. It is an adapter that connects to the receiver of the Saramonic Ultra wireless mic and directly connects to your Sony camera's hot shoe so that you don't have to attach any additional cables from the receiver to your Sony camera. Now, just to be clear, this video is 100% sponsored by Saramonic, meaning they sent me this white version of the Saramonic Ultra and the Sony hot shoe adapter. They sent me all of these things. Although Saramonic is paying me monetary compensation to film and post this video, they are not paying me to say these words that are coming out of my mouth. This is completely 100% my opinion, and my opinion on this microphone setup is not affected by the money that they were sending me. I had already reviewed the Saramonic Ultra wireless mic system when it was released a few months back, and at that time there was only this black version. And since then, I have used this microphone for all different types of shoots, corporate, wedding, YouTube videos, just as I'm using it right now. At the moment, the audio is coming directly from this transmitter because the Saramonic Ultra can record 32-bit float audio directly into 8 gigabytes of memory on each of the transmitters. For those of you who do not know what I mean by 32-bit float, basically it makes it close to impossible to clip your audio, meaning I could talk really loud or talk very lightly, very softly, and the audio is not distorted and you could still adjust it in post. When microphones only record in, for example, 24-bit, if you set the gain properly and you talk normally, everything is good. But as soon as the volume gets loud, the audio clips. It gets distorted and there's nothing you can do to fix it. So when it comes to run and gun situations, needing a quick setup, or even knowing that you're going to record something loud, like, I don't know, a car's exhaust system, you know that setting it up on 32-bit float, you'll be able to record nice and clean audio. When what really helps that is the microphones have 130 decibels SPL. I'm not some audiophile, I don't know exactly what that means, but basically it has a very high volume threshold on the mic, which means not only can you record 32-bit float, not only can you record the 32-bit data, but the actual microphone itself can handle loud volumes so that it does not clip itself. Because if the microphone cannot handle loud volumes, it will clip, and then the clipped audio is going to be recorded into the recorder now, which pretty much renders the whole point of 32-bit float kind of useless. So it's good to know that the microphone itself can also handle louder decibels. Of course, these transmitters are like many of the other ones modern today, where you could either clip it directly onto your clothing item, or you can slip the little magnet behind your clothing item and then clip it right here. So you could do that, you could hold it, you could do whatever you want. Right now, the audio is being directly recorded into the transmitter. I do not have a receiver attached to my Sony ZV-E1 at the moment, so I'm going to be syncing this audio with the camera. The whole point of this video is to introduce you to the new Sony hot shoe adapter for the Saramonic Ultra receiver, and also the new white model. So the most common color for most of these like camera equipment, camera audio stuff is black. It's good to see in a field where black is dominating that white is getting some recognition and some love in this regard. Cringy jokes aside, whatever color you choose is your choice. They both look great in my opinion. And right off the bat, I know those of you who film weddings, as I do, would find it very useful to be able to mic up the bride without this black square just glaring on her dress. So this is good in situations like that. This is also good in situations where if you're interviewing someone and they're wearing very light colored clothing, white shirt, white jacket or something, and you don't want the microphone to stand out as much, this white model is great for that. So it's good to see that we now have those options. So the way you set up this little adapter is simply you take the receiver of the Saramonic Ultra and you just simply open up the adapter, and in the back of the receiver there is a little female slot for this male slot, and you just simply bend this all the way back. You do one twist, close it, and now this is completely linked. And then you just take the hot shoe and then you just connect this directly to the hot shoe of the camera. So in this situation, this is my Sony FX30. You just slide it into the hot shoe and that's it. You set your audio levels in the Saramonic receiver and you do not do anything in the camera. There's an option for you to also set the camera, but as long as you set the audio levels in the receiver, that is how your audio level is going to be recorded into the camera. So you don't have to like mess around with adjusting levels in the camera and in the receiver. Everything's just done right here in the receiver and you're good to go. And of course, there's no cables. Normally in a mic system like this, you would have to connect a cable from the receiver to the camera body. So it's just an additional thing hanging around. This way, everything is clean. There's no cable or anything. I'm going to install this receiver onto my Sony ZV-1 and I'm going to use the transmitter, and I'm going to use the white transmitter to record audio, and the audio that you're going to hear from here on out is going to be from this going directly into the receiver and recorded directly onto the Sony camera. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. So right now this is the audio coming from the transmitter to the receiver into the Sony camera body. So it shouldn't sound any different than what the black 32-bit float version sounds. It's the same exact microphone. This is being recorded. This, you know, just for the sake of this, I'm just continue to record on this just in case I want to, you know, compare the audio. But right, this is just straight up. There's nothing else fancy or anything about that. I'm currently have the gain set to plus 6 dB on the Saramonic receiver, and that's pretty much it. Just to go over some quick features of the Saramonic Ultra mic system. It is IPX5 water resistant. I've used this while shoveling snow before. I was trying to film a video of myself shoveling some snow. It fell into the snow. I didn't know it. I took it out of there. It still works, no problem. It comes with adapters for your older loser iPhones if you can't afford the new ones. It has like the lightning adapter. It also has the USB-C adapter for your Android phones, newer iPhones, and any other audio recording device that you have that could handle USB-C. It has the wind muffs for both of the transmitters, simply plugging it in with the 3.5 millimeter jack, like so, and it should muff out any wind noises from your mic. Clearly, because it has 3.5 millimeter jack, it could handle any other audio inputs from a lav mic, a shotgun mic, whatever 3.5 millimeter input microphone you want to insert here instead of using the built-in microphone. You could do that. Also, there's a noise cancellation button right here that you could press directly on the transmitter. You could also control it on the receiver. I recommend this only if you are doing something like something live streaming. So right now, if I hit the noise cancellation button, you see that this little circular LED light goes from blue to green. And now you're listening to noise canceled audio. This is good for live videos where whatever people are watching is live and is going directly from this microphone into their ears live. I do not recommend it for videos if you are like me, recording it to YouTube and then editing it before I post it and everyone sees it. With that, I prefer to just record natural, good audio into the microphone. And then if I need to, if there's noise and all that stuff, I could do AI adjustments through Premiere Pro, Adobe Enhance. The AI audio editing these days is amazing. So I would just rather do that instead of recording noise canceled altered audio onto, directly from the mic. I believe as is, it could handle 250 meters of wireless distance. So line of sight, you can record as far as 250 meters away without losing connection. But what's cool about the Saramonic Ultra is that it also comes with this antenna that you could attach to the receiver, and you can get up to 300 meters of distance. I don't know who needs wireless audio of 300 meters. For perspective, that is 3 full American football fields in length, more than 3 full American football fields in lengths, because each football field is 100 yards and we're talking about meters, and meters is a little bit bigger than a yard. So that's way more than I would ever need. And I think that's way more than 98% of anyone filming video with audio recorder would need. So yeah, in my use, I've never had any issues filming like up to like 30 yards, which is like 90 feet or whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't be concerned with the wireless connection of this wireless system. It also has time code sync built into the system. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you utilize time code, I don't really currently in the work that I do, but if you need that, it is there. It also has an app that allows you to control even more options than what you can through the receiver. The receiver itself has an AMOLED LED screen. It is very clear, it's very crisp, and you could adjust all kinds of stuff in there. You could do noise cancellation, you could do the time code, you could do the audio gain on the receiver, audio output. You could control pretty much anything that you could possibly need, in my opinion, with these mics. But if you need it, you can use the Saramonic app for your phone. You could adjust transmitter settings, control gain, configure recording modes, select from 3 noise cancellation modes, enable auto gain, apply low cut filters or vocal enhancement, and control mute, adjust the receiver's output levels, display settings, and output modes, enable mobile device speaker, and control timecode settings, monitor battery life, and install firmware updates, all from the convenience of your smartphone or tablet, which is cool. These are all great features that I'm sure some of you would be very grateful to have. I don't need it. I typically just take this transmitter out of the charging box and I hit record, and I record 32-bit float in here and I sync and post. That's what I do 99% of the time with these mics. But there you have it, And of course, you could do both. You could do recording directly to the camera using the hot shoe adapter and recording in here as a backup. And that's what I think this is mainly designed for. I just been using this as a recorder as is, and I've been very happy with it. When you need to recharge these microphones, just stick it back in here and the case will charge the microphones. And if you need to charge the case and the microphones together, you just put the USB-C cable right here. You could also plug a USB-C cable directly onto the transmitter to take the audio files out of the transmitter. And while it does that, it also recharges the transmitter. To be honest with you, with this box and with this transmitter and filming up to 4 or 5 hours at a time recording audio, you don't have to worry about the battery running out. It's a ton of battery for long duration shoots. Obviously if you shoot 4 hours on break, you should just recharge it and then you come back, put it back in, turn it back on, and you should have like a full charged audio system ready to go again. Out of all this, it has the same or even more features than its competitors. Right now, the only other wireless mic systems I know of that competes with this, that has 32-bit float recording at the minimum, is DJI Mic 2 and the Rode Video Mic Pro. And both of those mic systems are far more expensive than this one. Right now, the Saramonic Ultra wireless mic system is around $269. That is what I have seen it as low as. And DJI Mic 2 is $320, and the Rode Wireless Pro is even more expensive than that. So in terms of value for your dollar, clearly I have two Saramonic Ultra mic systems. I also have a DJI Mic 2 system, and in terms of build quality and all that stuff, there's no real like discernible difference between the systems. They're all built well. It's just if one system does all of these, has all of these features, works well, sounds good, there's no sense to spend more money than you have to. So, you know, regardless if this is sponsored by Saramonic or not, this is my opinion on the matter. Them paying me money gives me the incentive to make a video to talk about it, but it doesn't change my opinion on the product itself. The only thing the money is doing is making me make a video. It's not making me say, it's not dictating what I say on the video. I've said this once and I'll say it again. I would not take sponsorship on a product that I don't think is good, that I do not recommend, that I don't use myself, or if I don't like it. If some company comes over to me and offers me a sponsorship to do a video for their product, but I don't really care for or like their product, I'm not going to do it. But in Saramonic's case, I gladly said, hey, you know, I'd love to, because I've been using this black model the past few months for a bunch of my work, and I've been extremely satisfied with it. So I hope this video was insightful. I hope it helped you make a purchase decision on your next or your only wireless microphone system. Highly recommend this one. The links are in the description below, and also probably there's going to be a YouTube shopping link as well. If you want to buy this microphone system, you want to support the channel, click on those links. I'll get like a small cut off of those purchases. And until next time, lighten up.
Hey man, that Sony camera?
Yeah, it's the Sony FX3 that I always use.
Oh my god, Sony camera? It rat? You need to switch to Canon.
Bro, every brand has good camera bodies now. Now more than ever, it's up to your skill and talent that separates you from the rest, not what camera brand ecosystem you associate yourself with.
Canon, it's the best because it have the best color shine.
Colors are subjective, and if you want your colors to stand out from the noobs, you gotta film in log and you gotta custom color grade.
Canon have much better lens.
Like what?
Let me show you. Sony don't have 2870 f2 lens.
You mean like this new Sony 28-70 f2 GM lens? GM stands for got money because it's expensive as
Oh my god, what the hell is that?
Like I said, it's the new Sony 28-70 f2. This lens is actually only 2 pounds, which makes it a whole pound lighter than the 3-pound Canon 28-70 f2. It actually barely extends from 28-70, making it very easy to balance on a gimbal.
It all show, no grow.
My guy, we still talking about lenses?
Sign up for my how to be a grower, not shower masterclass. Grow 1 inch to 1.5 inch in 1 month. Only $29.99.